More than 41 million people visit Las Vegas each year. The city of neon lights is a major attraction for tourists from across the world, mainly for gambling, entertainment, and of course,
this day forward.
tying the knot.
I was married a couple times, but this one is a keeper.
I love you for all you are.
This is my fourth wedding.
I want to lace. Pull it, pull it, pull it.
Since the first wedding in 1909, nearly 5 million people have said I do within these glittering borders.
We're getting ready to get another couple married.
They say marriage is not to be entered into lightly,
I need alcohol.
but in Vegas, anything goes.
Your hunka burning love.
Hunka burning love.
Yes!
So from the lavish to the low-key, stylish
9:30.
to contemporary,
I'm gonna lose it, but don't lose it. Come on, hold it together.
there really is no place quite like Las Vegas to get hitched.
Hi, we're Bob and Betty Ann Golden. We live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we've been married for
50 years. The first time I ever laid eyes on Bob, I was 13.
and I was 15. I walked into the family room, I saw my dad and said, "Hey Bob, we have a guest. I'd like to introduce you to Florence's daughter, Betty Ann." And I turned around and Betty Ann was sitting on the end of the couch and I was speechless. Wow,
That was a long time ago.
50 years ago, but you know what? You still look like, you're still the most beautiful woman in the world.
Oh, they say, in the eyes of a beholder. I was sitting on one end of the couch and he was sitting at the other, and that's all we could do is do. Because we were so enthralled at that moment.
I was experiencing feelings that I've never felt before.
The chills went through my body and I just was spellbound, is what I'd say.
Of course. And I
Thank
was
you.
with her.
Amazing. And here you are with your mom.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do. It was a blur, but I do remember. I remember not really understanding what was going on, being only 16. I was like, okay, this is exciting, but I was like, duh? Okay, just tell me what to do. We dated for almost 2.5 years. Things did get a little hot and bothered there. Yeah.
Yep.
So we had to ask our parents for our marriage approval.
And you see, because Betty Ann was pregnant. Here's a picture of your dad putting a penny in your shoe for good luck.
Yep,
Wow.
sure worked.
Yeah. There's not too many parents that grant their daughter, 16 years old, to be, getting married. And even though I was 2 years older, but we were kids.
I bet 90% of those people at our wedding, and there was about 250 people there, I bet they were all counting the days that we would not last.
Yeah.
And we're about the only ones that have last.
Yeah. In a way, I kind of wish I would have got in on the betting action because I would have become a millionaire.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to hit it.
When Mom and Dad chose to do a vow renewal for their 50th wedding anniversary, I was elated. We definitely wanted the opportunity to celebrate, and we've been thinking about it for a long time because we knew this day would come.
We got this big week ahead of us.
I know, really big.
I look forward to hearing my mom and dad's renewal vows because I know it'll be extremely heartfelt and just filled with a lot of love.
All the invites came back. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are working and they're not able to go because they're at their shows, and you know, that's what happens when you have a lot of friends that are celebrities.
Love is what attracts people to my mom and dad. It's the love that they share with others, and you can just feel it when you're around them.
My granddaughter is very excited about being our flower girl. And our grandson is really excited about driving in a limo.
So I really look forward to hearing what they have to say, because I know it'll be emotional, it'll be funny, it'll be sweet, and it'll be just so Bob and Betty Ann.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't wait to hear them. Or I'll be bringing a Costco-sized barrel of tissues with me, and I already have the waterproof makeup, but I'm sure I'll be a mess, so stay tuned.
My name is Vanessa. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Dunbar, West Virginia. I work for a company doing social work services, and this is my fiance, Peter.
I'm 53. I'm a general contractor, born and raised in Dunbar, West Virginia. Reactions to my fiance being so young. I don't think I want to repeat much of what any of my friends have said.
Just drop a line. They can edit it out if it doesn't work well.
No. Vanessa's cousin, Jamal, worked for me, and he also rented a house from me. I was dropping him off one day, and she and her cousin were getting out of their vehicle, and I was like, wow, who's that? He told me who she was, and I told him to go inside and give my name and number to her. She sent him back outside and said, tell him to treat me like a lady and to come in and talk to me if he wants to talk to me. So me being me, I'm a little shy. I went home.
He calls you Uncle Peter. Uncle Peter wants to talk to you. I'm like,
makes it worse.
Doesn't Uncle Peter have a girlfriend?
So I pestered him to continue asking her to call me. It took 4 or 5 months before she actually did, and the rest is history.
Vanessa and Peter have arrived in Vegas, and instead of staying on the busy strip, they've rented a large house.
Ooh.
Look at our love nest for the weekend.
Vanessa and I have been together for, it was 2 years in March.
Let me just sit you down. I gotta test out the bed to make sure. It's all right.
We have a 21-year-old daughter, Raven, a 10-year-old son, Josiah, and a 15-month-old daughter, Annette. I didn't know if I was gonna have the energy to raise another little girl, but it's been so easy.
She wants to hang out.
You like it? Huh? You ready to stay in here?
Having a stepdaughter who is close to my age, I understand a lot of where she's coming from being young, so
I think you
I
found
side
it
with her a
extremely
lot.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sides with her a lot. Good night. See you. Come on, let's go check out the other rooms.
Peter likes to bring the kids everywhere,
Yeah.
so that's one issue where we do have disagreements, because I want to do things just me and him, and he wants to
I'm very
bring the
family
kids
oriented.
along. But I took a chance, and I'm glad I did, because here we are now. It worked out great for us.
The decision to get married in Vegas was definitely my idea, because I thought it was going to be a chapel wedding with 3 or 4 people, because I'm really not a very social person. So I wanted it intimate. And now we have 40 people coming to Vegas to our wedding.
Oh, you look amazing. Oh my God. I never thought that there was going to be 3 people there. I knew if we had a wedding in Las Vegas that many people would come and want to vacation here. Kiki's here! Instagram. I was thinking maybe like 25 though, but 40, you know, it's a plus.
It's a little nerve-wracking because I like the intimacy of a 3 or 4 person wedding as opposed to a 40 person wedding and reception. But, you know, we'll make it through it. Doesn't sound good. I'm just trying to make it through it, huh?
Yeah.
No, but...
You didn't sound too sure of yourself.
The wedding, definitely. The getting married part, lovely.
With their vow renewal ceremony just days away, Las Vegas locals Bob and Betty Ann are preparing a big family meal to kick off their celebration.
Oh, bellissimo. Yeah, fantastic.
The renewal ceremony is a little different than it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, it was in a church, and the whole pomp and circumstance, and the formality of a wedding dress, and the tuxedos, and lots of bridesmaids and groomsmen.
This was a big thing.
It was a big thing. Yay! The water's ready for the pasta. At the renewal, it's a little different. A little different flair?
Yes, it really is in perfect retrospect to who we are today and our lives today. And we've come a long way since then.
Hey, Mom.
Marriages are never easy. You have to be patient and you have to work things out. And you have to talk about it.
I think one of the keys that I've seen in their marriage and that I aspired to have in my marriage was communication.
You're gonna serve it here and then bring it to the table.
And that's why I love my wife so much, is that we have a relationship where we communicate.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at telling people what I think.
This is true.
It's just very special.
That it is. And you're special. You're number 1. Right?
1 of 7.
And I'm number 1. And I'm your number 1 daughter-in-law.
Yes, you are. Remember I said anybody following you guys had a tough time.
Yep.
Very devoted to one another. Really, what more could you possibly want?
Across town at Vanessa and Peter's home for the week, Vanessa's friend Krisha is helping her get ready for her bachelorette party in Vegas.
Throw me a surprise bachelorette party, so I have no clue what these girls are up to, but they've been very secretive about it, so it must be something good. Veronica has planned all this stuff, and it's supposed to be a surprise.
I hope Vanessa has the most boring bachelorette party that anyone has ever had in their entire life.
He is serious, too. I think we're definitely going to be having more fun than the boys tonight. We're going to tear up the town, and they're going to be stuck with the kids.
No, I'm fine. I'm comfortable. I trust completely. So I hope she has a wonderful time with no male strippers, no naked parts.
I don't want to see a lot of male strippers.
I don't like that.
Yeah, neither. Like I'm not turned on by it.
I'm not either.
We're going to bowl.
Okay. It's just gonna be like all these everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not turned on by that.
I have no control over what they have planned.
It's all right. I have spies.
So how's he feeling about everything? Like,
I think his biggest worry or fear is just the actual ceremony and wedding itself, because he's kind of shy.
I never want to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
If I do anything, I want to do it from the sideline.
That's what I try to tell him. I'm like, Peter, you have no reason to be worried. Like, nobody's going to be looking at you. I tried to be reassuring and telling him that nobody's going to be looking at him Everybody's gonna be looking at the bride, but
You know, if we can
he
get 'em-
doesn't believe me.
If we can get them drunk, you know, we'll be good.
I like the idea that planning a wedding in Vegas was super simple. The chapel that we chose, they gave just, you know, your options, and you can choose to upgrade on your options.
Yeah, they have the planning of the wedding down to a science.
My name is Nicole Robertson, and I am the Director of Operations here at Chapel of the Flowers. You know, with my role, I am overseeing all of the weddings that come through, the teams that are servicing the weddings on a daily basis. I help oversee those teams and make sure that they are on point. Every couple's story with us is a little bit unique.
And then we're doing red lighting in the Magnolia, right?
They are most likely conversing with one of our representatives.
So we got Magnolia Chapel Regal package for tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
To help choose the location that's really going to fit their vision.
We like the idea of having an outdoor wedding. With the Chapel of Flowers, they had that Glass Gardens venue. It gives you a kind of an indoor-outdoor feel.
It has definitely grown to be one of the most popular and most demanded locations that we have here on property.
He didn't plan much of the wedding.
No,
It was
no.
all me.
I'm along for the ride.
Yes, he's the kind of just sign the check guy.
So Joe, how you feel about the wedding?
If my mom's happy, I'm happy. I really like Peter. He is a father figure to me.
Oh, baby.
Are you getting choked up?
Oh my God.
He's so sweet.
He really is.
Come here, give me a hug. Thank you, Bubby. I love you.
You said the same exact thing. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way, okay? It's a real blessing.
And my 10-year-old son, he's gonna be our ring bearer. And our daughter, Annie, she is gonna be the flower girl.
Hopefully. Hopefully she'll make it.
I think she'll make it if she sees you at the other end.
Yeah.
She might.
She'll start running.
Yeah, she might dart.
So, mangia bene.
We met the Goldens 5 years ago, and it was an instant connection, just immediately. They're like family to us.
When you're around them and you see their energy, it's electric. And it's contagious.
They have such a positivity about them and an enthusiasm for life that many people, even half their age, don't have. Matter of fact, I have a hard time keeping up with Bob when we go out.
That's what we say. Can we keep up with the Goldens?
Bob and Betty Ann are definitely an inspiration. Their relationship is just incredible. It's dynamic, it's passionate. And to be that passionate for so many years how can you not be inspired by it?
They have so much wisdom on marriage, on relationships, and apparently both these ladies have difficult husbands. So,
Very difficult.
Their hearts are just golden. They're full of love, and they love people. I would say they're our best friends. I mean, it's as if we have known them for
lives.
decades, for all
Kindred-
of our lives.
kindred
spirits, entirely.
Oh, Betty Ann, I just want to say how much I love you and say thank you for a wonderful, amazing 50 years and for 50 more years to come.
Amen.
It's the night of Vanessa's bachelorette party,
Here comes the life of the party.
and while she gets the finishing touches to her hair, the arrival of best man Chad has caught the attention of bridesmaid Letitia.
Okay, Chad, we about to take these shots. We are behind on shots.
We're not behind.
Oh, yes, we are.
No, we're not. Fine, not.
I am.
So the Hawaiian toast is Okole Moluna. Yeah, I know, right? Okole
Okole
Maluna.
Maluna.
Okole Maluna.
Okole Maluna.
Right, Auntie? She butchered that.
Hold on, one more time. Break it down.
Kole
Kole
Maluna.
Maluna.
It means bottoms up.
Okay.
Hey now.
Hey.
This is two.
Damn, Chad. Woo! We did the coolest shit that has been done all night. We did the coolest shit. Now I want to do another one.
Oh.
Well, you don't want to be left alone with me, Chad.
Okay.
Bride-to-be Vanessa is ready for her night out.
Oh my gosh, I'm drunk.
But first, they need to assign a designated driver.
Yeah, if you could just drop us off right up front. Yeah,
No,
we'll catch a
Peter.
lift home.
No, Peter, what?
We only encounter the age difference when I feel that I'm right about something, and I blame it on her age.
I have to wear this all night.
We'll be in the male strip club.
Yeah, I'm a hot chick.
They got plenty.
We would go out at least once a week on Friday as a date night, but
No, date night now is not just a two-person date night. It's a 4 or 5 or 6-person date night.
that's not date night. And then we're probably gonna go do some unsavory things that are totally inappropriate or totally appropriate because we're adults.
What are you looking at me for? I'm looking at you because
Don't judge. Peter likes to bring the kids everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's one issue where we do have disagreements.
But 99% of the time, age is not a factor because we have the same temperament and energy level.
Don't go too far.
Sorry.
You trip?
You
You're
should
not
be helping
getting back
ladies
in the club.
in.
Now come back.
Wow, just leave her. I bet if we...
Very little.
It's the morning of Bob and Betty Ann's renewal service.
Amanda,
You know what time?
it's time.
You have less than an hour.
Bob and Betty Ann got in touch with me about doing their renewal of vows. A traditional style wedding would not be, even though it's a renewal of vows, would not really suit them because they're a really unique couple. They wanted the ceremony to be fun, but they wanted it to be different. They wanted to bring in their personality.
Okay, so now it's time to focus because we're less than an hour away.
Yeah, we're very much into cars, classic rock, music in general, live music especially, and just enjoying life.
So we need to focus on getting your makeup done. You get your dress on.
We have a motto. We never do anything that we can't have fun in and enjoy ourselves.
So we have to make this happen.
If you're a car enthusiast, Shelby Auto Museum is an amazing place for a ceremony. People that choose that location love cars. I mean, you're standing amongst all these amazing collector vehicles. And if that's your thing, that's where you want to be.
All our lives, we've been surrounded by cars. He's a car fanatic. From the day we started dating, I would go to the drag races with him. His dad was part owner of some dealerships, so he was always in the car business.
How are you feeling?
Oh, it's getting more anxious.
Yeah. Does it feel like it did 50 years ago?
Yeah, I guess so. It does.
A wedding is very time sensitive. I take a lot of pride and work really hard on staying on time.
You gonna put black eyeliner on?
Yes. So we're gonna finish it. I know how much you love your black liner. I'm making sure you have it. Maybe a little wing for Bob on the outside corner.
Yes, it's out of your hands what the group may do, but what we try to do is I try to cut all the possible issues off before they happen.
Half hour.
Half hour.
Half hour.
Ha. Yeah, I know. Well, what about you?
She laughed at you first and then said, yeah, I know.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay, enough talking.
With 30 minutes before they leave for their vow renewal. Over at their venue, Bob and Betty Ann's guests are starting to arrive.
Excuse me. How are you folks? Hi, how are you? Let me see here. No message from the driver as yet. The driver will be letting me know when they're on the way. You go in with a timeline. Yeah, he's supposed to tell me when he's 5 minutes out, so I'm waiting. With the hopes you can stay as close to it as you can. When you're dealing with a small group, very, very easy to stay on the timeline. But when you have something as vast as Bob and Betty Ann's event, a little bit more stressful to stay on that timeline.
Well, I was a half hour late for my first wedding, so why can't I be a half hour late for the wedding?
Listen, it's not
It
my
worked.
fault.
Yes, it did work. It did work. Thinking back a little bit, we were both so nervous, I forgot to send the car to pick Betty Ann up. And, and she was like a half hour late, but it wasn't her fault. Back then, there was no such thing as cell phones.
No.
You know, so there was no way to communicate. She's waiting, I'm waiting, and it's funny, but it finally dawned on me. My brother was the best man, and he said, "Hey, Bob, let me hop in the car." And thank God, you guys just really lived.
We didn't live far from the church.
No, they didn't live, you know, it was about 10 minutes away, and he was able to pick her up, bring her back, and then everything was all set. But it was pretty amazing.
Okay, then I'm just gonna sit right here and wait for the limo driver. Call me. Because the limo driver is usually the first point of contact. They're waiting. They're in the front of the hotel, the house, and saying, they're not coming out. They're not coming out.
Food, pizza.
Bob and Betty Ann seem to be taking a much more relaxed approach to their big day.
So hungry, dying.
The number one thing for them is love. They always put love first above everything else, and I think that's so rare these days, and it's beautiful.
Hey, Betty Ann, come on.
A bottle of wine.
Can I open this up?
Oh, you got some?
And we learn from them, and obviously get so inspired by them every day when we see their love and their connection and their communication.
Great.
All of this looks so good.
Where are the wine
I'm gonna
boxes?
blow up though. I won't be able to fit in my dress.
Spanx. Okay.
I don't want Spanx.
And I think marriage is a great institution that allows you to share that.
And then don't forget the joint tax returns and the joint health insurance, because that is helpful.
That would be fantastic. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. You haven't left the house yet.
Yes?
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
Well, they have not left the house yet. This is one of those things, like I said, you have to be flexible.
Betty Ann, we'll clean. Yes. Don't worry about anything. We'll clean this up. You just go get ready. Do you want me to bring you one?
The limousine is allocated for 90 minutes, so that's from 4:30 to 6. So we hope they arrive before that.
Across town, the time has come for Vanessa and Peter to get hitched. And at the chapel, they're preparing for their arrival.
Greetings, I'm Diana Moran, and I am a reverend here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I have been a reverend and have been pretty much in the wedding business for about 15 years.
Ron, nice to meet you.
James.
James, nice to meet you.
Good to
So
meet
I'm
you.
Reverend Moran. I'm going to be leading you today with your beautiful ceremony.
I do love what I do, and I love people.
So here's the Victoria Chapel. What do you think?
Nice. Yeah.
You are so cute. It's a chapel. That's
Yeah.
right. And you are getting married. You are going to remember this chapel forever. I love it.
I would have to say that I am willing to almost do anything for love. I've actually been known to put on an Elvis outfit and do a few Elvis weddings myself. Suit is so hot. And I will say I'm a pretty good-looking female Elvis. So if you ever want to see that, just let me know.
May I come in?
The reason I think that people still flock to Las Vegas to get married is because it's easy. just want to come up and get married up on the street next to the Bellagio fountains, we're happy to meet you there. I'm mobile, so I'm happy to do that sort of thing. It is now my great pleasure to pronounce you as husband and wife. Sir, you may kiss your very beautiful bride. I am more of a heartfelt type minister. You just want to walk like you're just strolling in the mall. Very nice casual walk. I like to be able to connect with my couples. If you take this beautiful soul standing before you to be your best friend. I'm so blessed and so honored to be standing before a couple in that moment, and it is all about the couple. I don't know, it's really rewarding for me.
Vanessa has arrived for her big day.
Yeah, he's already hit his away. Our day of team in a perfect world runs perfectly all of the time.
Are we lighting unity candle?
Yes. We would love to say that that was what it was on a daily basis here, but quite often we are faced with external factors that we can't control.
And then we're exchanging rings for the ceremony, correct?
I left the rings at the hotel.
You got the rings at the hotel?
But someone's supposed to be bringing them, so I want to say yes.
Okay.
We have to have a plan A through Z that, we go to in these situations.
With their rings running late and time running out, Diana has to be on top form to keep spirits high.
Good to see you too. I'm so excited.
You're so excited, I love it. Come on in, have a seat. Do you want to have a seat?
Brides are used to having 4 hours to get ready and the venue waiting on them. But unfortunately, here in Vegas, we run on a very tight schedule. If they aren't ready in time, then our drivers can't necessarily wait for them to pick them up. And that becomes a whole different rearranging our entire fleet to ensure that people are getting here on time.
And where are we with the rings? Have you heard anything?
I have no idea.
Okay, no worries. I'll go find out because I think they're on their way. All right, I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Do the rings make it? I'm a little worried. Aurora, I'm sorry. Are the rings here?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, we're waiting on the rings. The rings are we're assuming about a minute and a half away. We were told he's pulling in now. Got to start on time, and we're running just about a few minutes late. Are these the rings? Oh, may we? Oh, are they somewhere in the purse, or? Oh, that's okay. We'll make sure they're there. Perfect. Okay.
But we are the professionals, and we know how to handle everything. So we are able to let them relax and enjoy the day just as much.
Fantastic. All right, everyone, make sure you smile. We're a little 5 minutes over time, but we're actually good. I'm running in to start the ceremony, but they're about to be married. Thank you.
With their rings arriving just in time, Peter and Vanessa's wedding can now go ahead.
You're always looking, hoping that you find that person. When I see her come down the aisle, I probably will tear up because my mind, I think of so many things at the same time. I'll think of how lucky I am. I'll think of, my life before her. I'll think of our life together.
I think love is patience and understanding, and it's definitely about compromise. Thank you for loving me, and thank you for being a family man and a supportive man. I've always wanted to be in a relationship with someone who made me feel like genuinely lucky and almost undeserving to be with that person.
Thank you.
I mean it.
We're gathered here to celebrate a promise between two people that deeply love each other.
It's hard to verbalize, how you actually feel about somebody. I mean, all you can do is show them.
At this moment, Peter, I'm going to ask you if you take this beautiful woman standing before you to be your bride, your best friend, to be your wife. Oh, well, hold on just a moment. Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her all the days of your life?
I do.
All right.
I think marriage will make our relationship much stronger. Marriage is stability.
It is truly now my great honor to pronounce you as husband and wife. You may seal your promises with a kiss.
I don't know about on your end, but it was a mess this morning, baby. I left the wedding bands at the hotel.
Wow.
And Jimmy had to go get them. You know what I'm feeling right now is I'm feeling relief.
Yes.
I feel like everything's finished. We're married from this point on. We can just go up.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Really.
Couldn't have picked a better brother-in-law. So excited.
This is such a great wedding. I hope mine will be like this, or someday.
Wow, fantastic. Beautiful. You guys look amazing as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so does my beautiful family.
Thank you.
Let's go because I think we're going to be a half hour late.
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm going to watch out. They're on their way. They're about 5 minutes away. Okay, thanks. Oh my God, it's freezing.
We're right here. We're pulling up at the place where Nana and Papa, like we're going to get remarried again. You know what that means?
Yeah, what does it mean?
It means...
You said yeah?
Hi. How are you? How's everybody? Bob and Betty Ann, they were running late. Follow me. Okay, follow me. You're trying to come on, folks, but they're getting this, they're getting that, and in your mind, okay, I've got 3 minutes. I need to get them in because I need to get them in there. Betty Ann, sit down, relax here, take a chair right here. Take this chair, and, oh, you got it? And I'm gonna go just get Bob, and I will be back, okay? All right? All of this is going on in your head with a smile on your face and calm as anything. But in here, you're like, come on, come on, come on.
I'm nervous. I don't want to wear my glasses while I read, so I need to memorize it. And I didn't get a chance to memorize it yet. So I need to say, I can't.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to communicate with your officiant, let him know to please get everybody seated.
We have a very good friend of ours that's going to be officiating those vows, and we're really excited about that because he holds a very special place in our life. Love you.
I love you, man. With all my heart.
Plus, there's not too many times that you can get remarried by a rock star.
Yeah.
I have to imagine that Mom and Dad would be incredibly emotional. There will be so many memories rushing back to them about their parents, about their wedding,
So if you'll all come this way, everybody please.
about what it means to have been together for so long, and how that journey will play out over what I would call the second half of their lives. Maybe they'll be together for another 50 years.
We acknowledge that Bob and Betty Ann celebrate 50 years of married life together. What's a soulmate? It's like a best friend and more. It's one person who knew you, accepted you, and believed in you before anyone else would. You'll always love them, and nothing ever could change that.
You know, when I think back as to our life and where we are and how we handle things, in our life. I, Betty Ann, take you, Bob. The core of what we all have shared was love and respect for each other. I promise you a new pledge of my golden love.
We've experienced it all. You can't go that way on a smooth, perfectly paved road.
I, Bob, continue to take you, Betty Ann, as my wife.
We both equally have given grief to each other.
Yeah, to continue to be your loving and faithful husband.
For better and better.
For better and better.
For richer and richer.
For richer and richer.
Who wants more?
To love and cherish.
To love and cherish.
For as long as we both shall live.
For as long as we both shall live.
And that's what the renewal is all about, is renewing our commitment to each other to never do anything that doesn't feel good here.
Now, Bob, you may kiss this bride after 50 years. I bet you've been waiting a long time. Oh, with a kiss like that, you're gonna get lucky. I give you Mr. and Mrs. Bob and Betty Ann Golden.
My mom and dad were married for 70 years. So she would be very proud, and I know she is, and she's with us.
I think it was amazing. It was more than I imagined it was going to be.
It was incredible, and Betty Ann's dress was out of this world. It was fantastic.
Oh, congratulations!
She looked gorgeous.
Love is life's only valuable emotion.
As their firstborn, probably the reason why we're all celebrating it now as opposed to later, because it didn't take too long to figure out there's not 9 months from the time that they got married to my birthday.
You know, really all I want to say is thank you to each and every one of you. I want to let you know how much we love you and appreciate you, and most importantly, to the future together, golden love.
God bless Mom, Betty Ann, and their family forever.
Are you ready to catch the bouquet? Let's go! Woo!
I caught the bouquet, so you know what that means. We have to have a wedding renewal!
Another wedding!
Woo! We're doing a vow renewal ceremony.
We're going to stand in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard and take a picture.
Okay.
Ah, but it's freezing! And you know what you say? You stop traffic on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Give him a kiss.
Woo! Let's go, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The chasing the clock!
Mom and Dad, congratulations. 50 years of marriage. See, there's the emotion coming out. Clearly, you both love each other very deeply, and you're committed to a wonderful life together, and I wish you 50 more years.
Give me that smile. That 50-year smile.
50 years is a long time, but in retrospect, it seems like it's almost overnight.
Being married to someone who truly, truly loves you is the most amazing thing in the world. He's my strength, my love, and he certainly has my heart. I love you.